What I'm asking us to think about, to consider, is doing what we do because it's what God calls us to do, not because other people have energy on it, because they're telling us this is what we should do. You know, other people will always have an opinion about your life, won't they? It's their job. Go like this. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Yeah, other people always have an opinion about what you do. Haven't you noticed that? I mean, and they can, but it doesn't have to be that you take it in. So in a class I've been teaching, or I finished teaching recently called Living My Life Purpose, we talk a lot about our calling. And our calling comes from God. And that's different than a job. You know, we start to ask, you know, what to do with my life? God, what am I to do with my life, you know? And will I follow what God actually gives me? See, because I believe we have lots and lots of ability to influence conditions in our life. We do, but we want to do it from a place of knowing our oneness with God. This is what the Science of Mind teaches us. Know you not that you are the sons and daughters of the Most High, that we are one with God, and from a place of our connection, from this place of divine partnership, that's where we want to put our creative capacities into use in our life. See, because my inner world has to grow to a place where what I see on the inside, when I sit to meditate, when I pray, when I do my study, my inner world has to grow to a place where that's more real to me than the outer world. Now, I know we all agree we have 5 senses, that this is what we see, and this is what we hear, and this is what we smell, and this is what we taste. This outer world seems very, very real. But the Science of Mind says the world of spirit that you don't see, the world that's on the unseen side, is actually even more real than this. You know, if we are accustomed to listening to the opinions of the world, one of the things we'll notice is that the opinions of the world come and go, don't they? They change. They change on a dime. Oh, this is in vogue. Oh, no, this is in vogue. This is popular. This is popular. All of that comes and goes. We want to listen to God because the principle and presence and power of God within us does not change. So when people say to me, well, you know, I really want to create this loving relationship. Well, what happens is they start out very well-intentioned, but then they start to put their energy into other things, right? They'll say, what I really want to create is I want to create a really healthy body. Well, I agree. I'm on board, healthy body, unless there's fried chicken and German chocolate cake. You know, because left to my own devices, I don't think there's anything better. Yeah. I want to be in shape, no doubt about it. But, you know, German chocolate cake, it has chocolate, it has coconut, it has nuts. As far as I'm concerned, it's a freaking salad, you know? And I don't know anything about chickens. I've never had a chicken, nor do I want one. As far as I'm concerned, chicken's entire existence is in that little yellow tray at the Ralph's, you know? That's their whole, you know, and they're just waiting to be breaded and deep fried. Right? Now, I know that is not in my highest and best interest. This is why, you know, we achieve so little, because we have undisciplined minds. You know, God has already told all of us what we need to do. We know that. We have all received divine guidance. Everybody has. I guarantee it. You know what you need to do in your life, and we say, oh, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Like, oh, God, don't you have anything else? Give me something from column B, you know? I don't know. You must have something else, you know? See, this is why we're not always successful at it, right? Because we're not disciplined. You know, that I want to hear the voice of God, but to hear the voice of God, it takes discipline, and then it takes the discipline of doing what we are given to do. Ooh. Ugh. God, you know, so the 2 things in my life that really interest me are the spiritual journey that I am on, and I also love yoga. And you know what's at the foundation of both of those things? Discipline. Oh my God. How did this happen to me? I just want cake and chicken, you know? But the universe says, no, you need to be disciplined. Go do your yoga. Put down the burrito. You know that you are on a spiritual path. Meditate. And see, we wonder, why aren't I more successful at creating my own reality? So we sit down to meditate, and we haven't sat for 5 minutes, and we're already, we're asleep. Right? So if I don't have the discipline to stay awake for my own spiritual practice, how am I going to create this big, wonderful, extraordinary life? Now, I know we can do that if we really, 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 really want to do that. Right? But that necessitates that we're going to be saying no to other things. That necessitates that we're going to be changed from the inside out. You know, I pray, God, show me. And then what happens is I got to be willing to do what I'm given, which usually involves working hard and focusing and staying focused on what I really, really want, not ping-ponging all over the universe, right? And being willing to change. See, I want to heal my life, you know, but I don't want to have to get off the sofa to do it, you know? Yeah. And I also want to heal the world. But I don't want to have to be uncomfortable in the process, right? So how are we going to heal? How are we going to heal our life? How are we going to go from ordinary existence into extraordinary existence? You know, but I've got to be willing for everything that needs to change. I've got to be willing for everything I personally need to let go of that. See, this is why I say clarity. Clarity is the thing, because clarity is power. When you really, really know where you're headed, what you want to achieve, what your demonstration will be, then that becomes the most important thing. And see, people start out well-intentioned, but they put on the brakes, don't they? Because they listen to other people. Look, I'll tell you right now, you cannot tell other people where you are headed and what you are committed to unless you know already that they are 110% in your corner. Because they will rain all over your parade. You know, it upsets other people that you are so alive. You know, could you please just deaden up in my presence? Your aliveness makes me very uncomfortable. You know, could you just be a little more dead? And, you know, just sprinkle a little dirt on me too here and we'll all be fine, you know. See, so you have to keep your creation confidential, because people are not, they can't rise up and support you at a greater level than they can support themselves. You know, and we're so foolish with this, because we always think, well, if they love me, if they really love me, if they're really my friend, they can't do that for you because they can't do that for themselves. Right? So how are they going to do that for you? So you have to keep your own counsel on this. This is between you and God. Maybe you and God and your practitioner. You know, and when people are negative, just general negative in the world, you know, we all know those people where they just suck the joy out of every experience in life. Yeah. Can't wait to be with you again soon. Yeah. Then when they do that, what you have to silently do, because you have to take charge of your mind to say, I'm not taking that in. I do not accept that. You know, the truth of God in me is greater than what they're speaking. That may be their experience. It's not going to be mine. Right? Because you are your own center of divine activity. There is as much God in you as there is anywhere in the entire universe. Isn't that thrilling? I think that is just extraordinary. Like, wow. There's as much God in me and in you as there is anywhere in the entire universe. And now if I come into right relationship with that, and I'm really clear, and I'm focused, and I'm disciplined, I think there is nothing that I can't do. Let's pray. So we turn our attention inward for a moment to just recognize that we are surrounded and filled with God's Spirit, a spirit of love and creativity and intelligence and abundance. And I know that this Spirit that is within us is the most true, real thing about us. I speak the word that our minds and hearts are open this day and that we receive guidance in a very usable, understandable way. Guidance for what we must do and what we must become in consciousness so that a greater good, a greater healing might be revealed in our life. I know that nothing is withheld. And so this day, what I know is that God gives to us in the realm of ideas. And so we are open, willing vessels for the wisdom of the infinite Spirit to fill our mind and emanate out through our actions into the world. I know that each and every one of us is a clear transparency for the voice of God, and that nothing is too great for the God that we believe in this day. I claim for each and every one of us that we are disciplined in our spiritual practice, that we are absolutely focused and clear, and that all the other things that up until now have distracted us, we just let them be dissolved into the nothingness. So we really stand confident in what we know to be the truth, that with God all things are possible. So we include our friends and family members in our prayer this day. We surround them with love. We know that God is right where they are, and that they are evolving and growing and healing at the perfect rate for them. We let our prayer be a blessing in the world around us. So whatever catches our attention from the news, we say God is right there. Truth is there. Love is there. All needs met. Peace. Well-being. God is right there. We bless our church. We bless all churches everywhere. We bless synagogues and temples and mosques and ashrams, all paths to God. And I'm certain that we are all blessed and uplifted in consciousness by being together today, that everyone gets raised up. And so with an open, gracious, full heart, I give thanks, I release this word, and so it is. Together we all say, Amen.